But
Okay,
good
I'll
morning.
call the meeting to order. All three commissioners are present. It was properly posted on August 20th. Let's see. David, do you want to lead us in the prayer? Okay, thank you very much for doing that on the spot.
Let's pray. Father God, we're again truly grateful for the day that you've given us, Lord, and for the opportunities you give us, and particularly those to serve others. Father, help us to see your priorities and not our own, and to look to you and to perform those priorities in your strength and according to your wisdom and guidance, Lord. I pray for the commissioners, their staffs, the other elected or appointed officials, that you would grant them wisdom today. And Lord, on a national perspective, that our leaders would look to you, that Father, they would humble themselves and you would grant wisdom. And we just pray for the election cycle, that Lord, integrity would be the key. Just help us again, Father, to look to you in all things. We love you, praise you, and ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of August 14th?
I'll move our minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
I'll move our claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opening of the bids.
Good morning. We have one bid today, P25120-01 for the courthouse 11th floor stairwell extension. We had 5 different general contractors attend our pre-bid meeting. We only received one bid today. We did receive feedback from different attendees, so all different reasons why they didn't bid. So we have some good feedback, and I can present that at another time. We're discuss that now. The one bid we did receive was from Jim Coley Construction, and I'll open that. That concludes the bid opening. The feedback that we received from the contractors that decided not to bid was either wasn't in their wheelhouse, they felt like, or that they were just going to partner in a different way, maybe as a subcontractor. So we received a lot of feedback in that way.
Okay. I'll move that the bid be tabulated and returned to us.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm going to talk about flock safety.
Yes, item 4 is a request for sole source from the sheriff's office. Flock safety is a commonly utilized live video feed all across Oklahoma and outside of Oklahoma. I'm not sure how long Oklahoma County has been trying to get access to this, but we are excited. We did a lot of research, contacted several different government contracts. Flock Safety is not on a government contract. They are a sole proprietor. They own that live feed. The only way to access it for law enforcement agencies only is to direct contract with them. So this is the process that we have in place for our department, for the sheriff's office, to be able to purchase that live feed and to partner basically with the other entities in the county.
And now that we're deeming it sole source, it means we don't have to go out for bid, correct?
That is correct. Sole source, according to BOCC policy, is that it's only good for 1 year.
Okay.
So when this time comes around next year and they need to buy, maybe renew a subscription or whatever their contract term looks like, we would just verify that there's still a proprietary need there.
Okay.
And then we'll bring it back to you guys.
I'll move approval of the recommendation of the purchasing office.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any change to the blanket?
No changes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I will move approval of our blanket purchase orders.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This is a letter, it's kind of news to me, but apparently county commissioners are supposed to approve a reference if in the event a school wants to use walkie-talkie communication.
Do you want to do consent first?
Consent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, move. Is there a motion?
I'll move our consent docket.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Sorry, I
Aye.
skipped over that. Anyway, so this is a letter saying we have no problem with them doing that.
And I revised the letter to allow for all 3 commissioners to sign, since
Okay.
it was, of course, in your district.
Okay.
Move to receive this letter.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have y'all ever heard of this?
No,
No.
I hadn't either.
and it's just for the public safety frequencies?
David, do you know anything?
I do not. I have not seen this letter, nor am I aware of that organization. But I can say that licensure is going to be an issue. I don't know what the contents of that are, but public safety frequencies, as well as some others, are specifically licensed to organizations and entities. And if they're wanting to use a license or frequency that someone else has, for example, the sheriff's office, they're going to have to seek permission specifically from the license holder. And there's programming issues. There's a lot of factors combined with that. So kind of depends on the scope of what they're trying to do and what frequencies they're wanting to use. But there's a lot of FCC behind the scenes things
Yeah.
that have to line up.
Jessica, I assume that I'm familiar with this school. It's in my district. I assume that they're wanting to use walkie-talkies just to communicate among school staff on school property for like school safety issues.
You know, fires or any hazards, that they have those walkie-talkies to be able to communicate where.
Okay.
Kids are for safety concerns, and just day to day, probably
Right.
for like my kids' bus routes and. things like
Right.
that.
So they're not wanting to like get on another, say, Jones Fire Department frequency, they're not wanting to do that. Okay.
From what we understand, that they have to have our support in order to be able to use the walkie-talkie.
Okay.
David, I just texted you her number, the lady that's running this request. I'll hold this till the end of the docket after executive session, and maybe if you have a moment to reach out and make sure there's nothing that I hadn't even thought about, the fact that you might have a concern on it. I just simply thought they were just trying to use these handheld jobbers throughout the building.
Yeah, they certainly can do that. The only issue is what licenses, or excuse me, what frequencies they're wanting to use, if those are already committed somewhere, or if they have secured licenses for themselves, which is fine. I'll touch base with her and
Okay.
see what they're.
And we did run this past the DA, and they said there was no problem, but I hadn't thought about you, so I apologize for that. Okay.
Okay, we'll wait till the
We'll
end.
come back later.
Okay, thank you.
Number 19, I'm excited to appoint Melissa Markle to the District 2 spot on the Jail Trust Authority. We've been looking for someone with, in particular, large budget and or contract negotiation background. That's what I've been hearing from members of the trust that they really could use to round out the expertise on their horseshoe, and that's what she does. Her resume is attached. So I think she's a pretty impressive candidate. She visited with Joe Abba, and he was ecstatic for her appointment. So
Okay, good.
unless there's any questions, I'll move to appoint her.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Our thanks to Ms. Markle.
Yes.
Okay, and then this is legal services with Pierce Couch for litigation.
Is that what all these
Yep,
items,
there are various contracts for litigation,
yeah, so 20 through
24.
24? I'll make a motion to approve items 20 through 24, which are contracts with Pierce Couch.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The assessor. No one here to speak for it, but this is the approval of the contract for the CAMA contract software support. I think it's just a renewal, isn't it? It's this.
I believe that is a renewal. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And this is the county paid ID Shield employee program. This is the renewal of that agreement.
Motion to approve.
Is Mr. Wilkerson here?
No.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
County Clerk, Ms. Hudson.
Thank you. We'd like to go ahead and strike it today and put it on next week. There's a question that's come up on it, so.
I'll move to strike item 27.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Stacy?
Thank you.
Thank you.
This first item will be our first SERB project on the Luther Road corridor. It's on the south end. The bridge is across the Canadian River and the railroad bridge that's right next to it, up to about 36th Street. The monies for these projects are held at ODOT. So when the work is done, we have to review the work, approve the payment, and then send it back over to ODOT to be paid. So what you're seeing is invoices from, in this case, the right-of-way agent that's going to be buying the right-of-way through there.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Surplus property.
Yeah, I put a map in front of you. If you'll recall, I think in 2021, there's 6 parcels along Douglas, south of 29th Street, near the Air Force Base. The Oklahoma Industries Authority bought 5 of those tracks from you guys at that time. There was a 6th track, track A on that map, the very north one, that they did not purchase. They've now approached us and would like to purchase it now. So going through the process, the first step would be for you to declare it surplus to your needs. You don't need it for courthouse or jail purposes. It's just a 2-acre tract. And as you'll recall, Douglas is going to be closed at some point in the future, so there'll be no public access to this particular tract. We did have it appraised in 21, $385,000. You paid $299,000 for it in 2002. So the really the price you paid with the bond money becomes your floor, and your DA opinion on these kind of transactions to a public trust is you can sell this for a consideration that you determine. But we did have it appraised in 21 for $385,000. The OIA is willing to pay that amount now. Some people look at that as a fairly recent appraisal. Some would say it's old. To have it reappraised is kind of a risk. It could go either way. It could go up or down because of the closure of the road. I kind of recommend you stay with the appraised value that you have if you would want to move forward with this. Today, you're just declaring whether it's surplus or not, kind of knowing who wants to buy it from you. They're here today if you want to ask them any questions.
Keith, are you here representing them? Okay. Remind me what the original value was that we purchased it for.
$299,172.
And Mr. Coolman, I assume that the OIA wants this in conjunction with the Douglas closure and the expansion of the base to the east.
That's correct.
Okay.
And likely sometime in the future, it will be used for one of the MROs that
Okay.
are going to be expanding on that
Okay.
site as well.
I have no questions. Do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay, is there a motion?
I'll move that we declare this particular listed property as surplus.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Thank you, Keith.
Okay, Planning Commission, is that you today?
Well, this one's easy. This is a road bond that we're releasing. Bill was in the room. He's actually inspected this and meets standards. This is a bond in Addington Farms, which is in District 3, so I'll make the motion to release the bond.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then on these policy and governance ones, Chantel, are you?
Yes, the next 11 items, 31 through 42, are the next set of subrecipient agreements that we're presenting to BOCC for approval of allocation of funds. The actual agreement itself, once Accenture goes through compliance, monitoring, risk assessment, they'll be brought to you individually, and we have one today to present to you. And that's 31 through 42 are just your the next set of subrecipients.
Those are all District 1. Do you
Yep,
want
these
to-
are
Yeah,
all
I was gonna
District 1.
say, do you want to read through them?
Sure. We worked very hard to make these selections. It was very difficult because we had almost 300 applications come in. And I wanted to be very diligent about who received these. So I will read through them. CSU Youth Services, $375,000. Urban Bridge, $225,000. Middale Public Schools, $50,000. Variety Care, $183,608. Lillian Timber Farms, $90,100. Paseo Avenues, $200,000. Opportunities Industrialization Center, also known as OIC, $275,000. Freedom City, $186,000. Bonnie's Helping Hands, $20,000. Eastside Pride Wrestling, $30,000. Middle Youth and Family Center, $100,000. And Diversity Center of Oklahoma, $98,600. I will move approval of items 31 through 42.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 43 is an existing subrecipient, but it was determined to increase their funds for District 3 in the amount of $63,353.65.
This is for the new fire truck and move there. So I'll
Yeah.
make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
44 is a recommendation from Policy and Governance, recommending approval for additional funds to the Court Clerk Social Distancing Project, ARPA Project 10033. The additional fund amount is $104,000. This will be for their moving expenses to move the files out of ICB in order to complete the ICB renovation due to the DA's office being relocated from the 5th floor of this building. The amounts break down where your mover was the low bid Ace Moving for $77,636, and the associated supplies with that is $26,302.87. They add up to be just a couple dollars under $104,000. I rounded it for the sake of all those tracking these projects.
And I'm sure Mr. Monroe has told me this before, but where are the books being moved to?
I think that's a Rick Buchanan question.
Oh, maybe a
Or Mike
Mike
I see.
Sullivan.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna take all the files and the books and records that we currently keep in the basement that have to be daily used. We'll be moving them to our warehouse. We're setting up for that.
Okay.
And they'll all be going there.
Okay.
Now, some will go up on our floor, but we can only handle so much because of weight.
Right. Okay. I will move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Item 45, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Item 45 is the last recommendation from Policy and Governance Committee. This is to upgrade your current postal equipment to an item that can be maintained in service. Right now, the equipment that you have is becoming obsolete. And so this is just a recommendation in order to do that. And it is a little bit more to pay that for that piece of equipment, but it was recommended for approval by P&G.
Okay. I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Barnes, did you get any information?
Yes, sir, I did. In regard to item number 18, I spoke with Mrs. Anderson at the Jackson Leadership Academy. It appears she's using probably family mobile radio, which is a very common piece that you can pick up at a big box store or Walmart. She was not up to speed on licensure issues or existing frequencies or any of that. So I think that's the direction they're going, just for internal use.
Do you know where she is it? This is new to the three of us, that if a school wants to use walkie-talkies, they need to get approval from us or a letter from us. Do you know where she may have read that or been told that?
I do not. I'd be more than happy to follow up.
Okay.
She cites a new law, which we sent to the DA.
Okay.
And the DA signed off on that this was an appropriate response.
Okay.
State statute?
Completely unfamiliar.
We should
with that.
probably educate ourselves on that.
Is it state statute or? Oh, wow.
Okay. Thank you for speaking with her.
You're welcome.
Thank you, David. Is there a motion to approve signatures to be applied to this recently attached letter?
And Jessica, you said that
She's out of the room. so-
okay. I think she said she was gonna update this letterhead to have all three of us, or maybe,
No, she updated the
She
signature.
updated
aspect.
it.
oh,
so
perfect.
that's-
Okay, move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, commissioner comments, District 1,
No comments.
3.
Yes, sir. I'd like to congratulate, Ms. Taylor Broyles for being selected for Next Gen's 30 Under 30. And then we have Miss Heller in your office, which was also selected, and she's also in the running for Woman of the Year for Journal
Mhm.
Records. So
Nice.
some impressive work being done by the ladies of Oklahoma County. So congratulations.
I second that, congratulations.
Oh, I didn't sign both.
Any
Sorry.
new business? If not, is there a motion to recess into executive session?
I'll move we recess.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm unclear about where Okay, is there a motion to return from regular session?
I'll move we return.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion on the remaining item?
Oh, I didn't push my buttons. Sorry. Item 47, I move that we authorize the payment of $500, allowing the district attorney's office to file to remove this case up to federal court.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any citizens to speak? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move we adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Everybody in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll call the PBA together. All three trustees are present. The notice of the meeting was properly posted on August 20th. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of August 14th?
I'll move our minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Move our claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Monroe.
Item 3 is to appropriate $114,278.74 into the PBA reserve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 4 is a bit of housekeeping. It is to collectively roll over those ARPA funds into this fiscal year.
Okay.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 5 is a list of dates that the sheriff has requested to use the property out at Lincoln, the large event space for sheriff's sales. We had one last Friday and it went smoothly. ACOG Julie out there was happy to see that we had sheriff's deputies posted in multiple locations. We didn't have any trouble and it worked out great.
Okay, good. And after we approve this, are you planning to share this list with ACOG, or would you like me to?
Either way,
Okay.
I can.
What'd you say? Did you say something?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'll move approval, but Mr. Monroe, could you share this list with Julie?
I
Okay.
will.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 6 is a parking spot.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Is there any citizens to speak? Seeing none, any board comments or new business? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.